So the PAX West Voices of Valisthea panel for Final Fantasy 16 just took place, and it was a really great panel with some pretty cool special announcements. So before we get into that, if you guys could click the like button, subscribe, and smash the bell icon with a heat wave, it would be greatly appreciated. So I gotta say, first and foremost, this was a really wonderful panel. All of these actors are so incredibly talented and charming and funny, and the panel itself, of course, was really fun and lighthearted, but there was also a lot of deeper, more serious moments where the cast was talking about their experiences they had while recording this game. Ben Starr in particular, talking about the loss of his father and having to plan his funeral and write the eulogy, and then afterwards going back into work, and he had to film the scene where he's, spoiler alert, at Clive's father's grave. So just imagining everything that they went through and them talking about their experiences and seeing their auditions, it's a really lively bunch and they're all incredibly wonderful. So if you get the chance, I highly recommend to check out the panel. It's a little less than an hour long. It was definitely worth the watch. But to get to the special announcements they had, because there was quite a few, the first and foremost, there are going to be not one, but 2 pieces of paid DLC coming to the game. Unfortunately, that's all the information that Yoshi P was able to share with us, but I assume that maybe at Tokyo Game Show, they might be able to give us a little bit more information, but because it can take a while to actually create these pieces of DLC, we might not get any updates until sometime next year. But at least we know they're coming, and I'm crossing my fingers that one of those DLCs will focus on Sid. He was a wonderful character. I think he was probably my favorite character in the entire game. So to have a little bit more of his backstory fleshed out, maybe before he meets Clive, would be really nice. The second is Yoshi P confirmed once and for all that yes, they are currently in development on the PC version of Final Fantasy 16. Again, not too much information to give there, but he hopes to give more info about the PC version by the end of the year, which is really nice. So if you're someone who didn't get to play the game on PlayStation 5 and you're waiting for the PC version, now at least you know that there is one in development. Now for the free stuff, they are implementing new controller layouts based on feedback from a lot of players, but they're doing some really cool things that add to the replayability factor for the game. First and foremost, they're adding weapon skins for Clive, meaning you can pick, for example, let's say you really like the Götterdämmerung. You love its strength, you love its power, but you don't really care for the way that it looks. You can equip that weapon and then just change the way it looks and pick a different weapon. Maybe you like the Coral Sword better, or you like the Ultimate Weapon better, or you like the, I forget the name of the sword, but Clive's father's sword. So the ability to change the way Clive's weapons look is something I really wanted on my first playthrough of the game, because there are some weapons that are really strong, but they don't look as cool as some of the weaker weapons. So having that be available in just a few hours is actually really nice. And on top of that, they're adding new outfits for some of the characters. That includes Clive, Jill, Joshua, Ambrosia, and of course, Torgal, and they showed these off in a really quick trailer. Clive's is called Burnt Black, and it looks super cool. He's got like this really cool dragoon armor, really cool cape, a lot more black on his outfit. It looks super nice. Jill's is called Snow White, so it's like this fancier kind of looking dress, slightly more blue. Torgal's is Icy Blue, so it's kind of like an in-between Torgal version of his normal self and when he transforms into his more powerful Frost Wolf Torgal. So it's like an in-between of that, and it looks really nice. Joshua's and Ambrosia's, they didn't give the name of, but Joshua's is different as well. So all in all, it was a pretty eventful panel. Again, if you're someone who really loved the characters in this game like I did, you enjoyed the overall story, maybe not some of the smaller stuff, but you enjoyed the character work, the character moments, this panel is 100% worth watching. Some really valuable insight to what went into the process of making this game. For example, I had no idea that the actor that voiced Lord Byron passed away during development, which is incredibly heartbreaking to hear. I think he was probably my second favorite character of the game, because the game itself can be so dark and dour and depressing, and then you have a character like Lord Byron show up and he just adds so much levity and humor to the situation, and by introducing him, he kind of brings up the other characters with him. You see Clive perk up a little more and smile a little more and crack some more jokes, so he was a really wonderful character. I had no idea that the actor had passed away, but you learn a lot with these types types of panels, and it was just really, really fascinating to watch. With that being said, I'm Curious Corduroy. That is the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you watched the panel. Let me know what you thought of it, and what do you guys think of these announcements? 2 paid DLC, PC version, cool weapon and outfit skins. Let me know in the comments down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Please remember to always be excellent to one another.